Good morning, students. Welcome to online session of Social Sciences. Dear students, in previous class, I have started explanation of chapter 3rd of civics, that is the state government. We have studied that India is a federation. Federation means a system of government with two levels that are sharing governing responsibilities. The two functional areas are national subjects and state subjects. Now both this central government and state government, they have three organs: executive, legislature and judiciary. Now in some state, legislative has bicameral having two chambers, that is legislative assembly and legislative council. Legislative assembly also called the lower house and legislative council also called the upper house. Now in previous class, I have started explanation of powers and functions of state legislative. Now there are four main functions. First, legislative functions. Second is financial functions. Third is electoral function and fourth is judiciary functions. Now out of these four functions, I have already explained first three. Today I am going to explain fourth one, that is judicial function. Okay. So judicial functions, if a member state legislature will not work properly, then legislature will take action against them. Suppose a member violates means break rules and regulations, then the member can be suspended from the membership of house. Now punishment is not only for the member who breaks rules or regulations, but punishment is for the observer also. Observer means a person who watches something. Why? Because that will be considered as insulting the legislature. Now we'll discuss some relations between this legislative assembly and legislative council, means relation between the upper house and the lower house. Now there are mutual relationship between two houses, this upper house and lower house. Basically there are three types of relations. First is legislative relation, second is financial relation, third is executive relation. First of all, I am going to explain regarding legislative relation. Here one word it is given, that is ordinary bill. So first I will explain the meaning of ordinary bill. An ordinary bill is a bill that can be presented by discussion, that can be presented for discussion in any of the two houses of the parliament by minister or private member. Now this ordinary bill can be moved in any house, mean upper house or lower house, and both are having equal powers in respect of it. Now when we talk about passing this bill, there are some differences also. First is that the upper house can retain means to keep. They can keep the bill with them for maximum of 4 months, but they are not having power to reject that bill. There are many other powers which are enjoyed by the lower house. First is a bill passed by the upper house can be rejected by the lower house. Second is a bill cannot become law unless and until they have been approved or having approval from lower house. Third is that once Third is, in case a general bill is passed by the lower house but it is not accepted by the upper house, then what will happen? That after 3 months, if the lower house passes the same bill again and the upper house, they are again rejecting the bill, same bill again and again, then what will happen? That lower house, if it will pass the bill again, and that will be passed after 1 month without the approval of upper house, and that will be sent to the governor for the approval, and this will be considered or called as gubernatorial approval. Now, what is the meaning of gubernatorial approval? It means that is relating to a governor. Now we'll understand about the financial relations. Here one term it is mentioned here, money bill. So first I'll explain this term. A bill deemed to be money if it contains only provision dealing with imposition. Imposition means to imply, abolition means to finish, alteration means to change, and regulation means to use. Regulation of any text. If any bill they are considering or containing all these 4 items regarding the text, that bill will be considered as money bill. So this money bill can be moved first in the legislative assembly, means the lower house. After passed, they are sent to the legislative council, means upper house. The legislative council is having right to withhold this money bill for the maximum period of 14 days. Here one condition regarding the suggestions on money bill, that is, if the upper house passes the same bill with some suggestion within 14 days, then the legislative assembly is not bound, means not certain to do something. So they are not bound to accept these suggestions. Next relation is executive relation. Now, as you all know that executive organ has been accountable to the legislative assembly. Legislative remains in office till it enjoys the confidence of the majority party. If it fails to keep and maintain this confidence, then Council of Ministers has to resign. Now there is one more point, that Council of Ministers cannot be dismissed, but question will be asked to them regarding the work they have done, regarding the policies, whether that policy are containing good or bad elements there. Next is legislative procedure in the state legislature. So dear students, do you know the main function of the state legislature? Yes, its main function is to make laws. So Article 196 to 207, it describes the procedure for passing different types of bills. So before knowing about this, we have to understand about the different types of bills. First of all, we will understand about ordinary bill. So this bill can be moved from ministers and by the other members of the house. Second bill is government bills. These bills are moved by ministers only. Private bills, these bills are moved by the other members only. Now, what is the procedure for passing an ordinary bill? So, there are 2 things which is to be noted regarding this an ordinary bill. First is that ordinary bill can be moved in either house of the legislative. Either means upper house or lower house. Second is this ordinary bill can be moved by any member of house. It means it can be moved by minister or moved by other members. Now, as powers are divided between the central and the state governments, the state laws are made by the state legislature, and these laws are executed in the states by the state executives. Now, this state executive is composed of 3 people or 3 elements, you can say. First is the governor, second is chief minister, and third is council of ministers. Now we are going to understand about the governor. So dear students, do you know who is the governor of Chhattisgarh? Yes, Anusuya Uike. She is the governor of Chhattisgarh. So as we are having governor in our state, in same manner other state also have their governor, and that governor is the constitutional head of that particular state. Now we'll understand about how this governor will be appointed. So the governor is appointed by the President of India, and this President of India, it works and it acts upon the advices given by the Prime Minister at the time of the appointment of this governor. Now sometimes the President of India also concerns the Chief Minister of that state regarding the governor. Now at many times that one governor may be appointed for more than two or more than two states or for union territory. One example we are having here, that one governor was there for Manipur, Tripura and Nagaland. Meant that one governor was appointed for the three states. Now what should be the qualification for the appointment of the governor? So the Constitution of India, it provides the four main points which is to be kept in the mind at the time of the appointment of governor. First, he should be a citizen of India. Second, he must have completed 35 years of age. Third, he must not be holding any office of profit. Means if he is working in any office, that office should not work for any kind of profit. Okay, profit should not be earned by that office. Fourth, by convention, he must not belong to the state to which he is appointed. Okay, so he should not be from that particular state. Now, oath of office. The governor, before entering the office, he takes an oath, and that oath will be taken before the Chief Justice of the concerned High Court. If the Chief Justice of that particular High Court is not available, so in the absence of that Chief Justice of High Court, that oath will be taken before the senior most judge of that High Court. Okay. Now there are some terms of that office also. First, the President appoints the governor for a term of 5 years. That is his period. Okay, that particular governor, he will work for the 5 years. But there are some other conditions also. That particular governor, he can also hold office or he can work there as governor on the basis of the satisfaction of the president. If that particular governor is able to satisfy the president, he can work more than that time period. If it is not able to regain the satisfaction of that president, so that president can remove him from the post. And if once the term of his working time will be expired, suppose they have working term is 5 years. If that has been expired, if they have completed his 5 years, he can be reappointed as governor. So that is again dependent on the satisfaction of president. Okay, he can resign also on the basis of their ill health or health issues or any other reason. Now we'll see about the salary of governor. He gets a monthly salary of up to rupees 1,10,000 plus allowances. Different allowances are provided to them. So that allowances will be provided up from 36,000, and that is given from the September 2008. And he was that governor also given a residence, and that residence is usually called Raj Bhavan. Down you can see the picture of Raj Bhavan of Kolkata. Now we'll understand some powers of governor. First of all, we are having executive powers. First, that governor is the executive head of the state government, and all executive actions of the state are taken in his name. Okay. Second, he means governor appoints the chief minister, and on his advice other ministers are also appointed to constitute his council of minister. Third, governor makes his high appointments like those of the advocate general or chairman and members of the state public service commission. Okay. Now, what are the legislative powers? First of all, the first session after the general election also begins with the address of the governor. Means whenever this session will